We were now ready to head off again, heading east to Esperance. After replacing our old broken-down engine with a new Yangma of similar size. Back to a mooring in Oyster Harbour to wait out some easterlies. Through the shallows again to a nice mooring in Johnson Cove. Night view back to Emu Point. Our private beach again. Voyager Park. Looking back to the Emu Point restaurant. Our new Albany musician friends Karen and Greg joined us in their yacht. Greg trying to rouse the seagulls into action. In the calm water, I had to attend to some issues at the top of the mizzenmast. Sitting in a bosun's chair after climbing the mast. With Sue hauling the seat up behind me on a winch, in case I lost my cool. Albany to Esperance and revisiting Bremer Bay. With a favourable wind, we headed off to Cheney's Beach. But now, 2 months after our last trip. On the way, the trailing lure caught a nice-sized bluefin tuna. Of course, the first meal from it was a dish of tuna sashimi. After a day at Cheney's, an early start for the 110k sail to Bremer Bay. As usual, Dash was keen to go ashore when we arrived. We had taken up a vacant mooring close to shore. But the local fishermen said it could be unreliable in the coming north to northeast blow. Fortunately, we moved to a now vacant Orkatua ferry mooring. As it came in that night at 30 to 40 knots, 70 kilometres per hour. With a fetch to the north of the harbour of 5k or more, it was very bouncy. A bit easier next morning, but we were now into winter weather. We had to sit out 3 quick winter fronts, but there was still some tuna left. And fisherman Doug caught a few squid. With favourable winds, it was a long overnight sail of 250k to Esperance. Boat training not working at sea, so Dash not very comfortable after a day on board. Into Esperance Harbour. To anchor at the beach near the Yacht Club Marina. Next day we moved into a marina berth beside the large tourist boat at the jetty end. The historic Taylor Street Quarters Cafe was very close to the marina, a favourite while we upgraded some boat systems. The office at the yacht club was willing to help and have the club as the courier destination for my parts. First, 2 new larger solar panels to replace the old one. Next installation was the replacement wind generator. And the new secondary and bigger fuel tank arrived. Dash happy with walks on dry land, or sleeping in the boat saloon, or morning tea with Mummy. The lighthouse sculpture near the marina. Esperance is a major iron or export harbour, and the largest nickel exporter in the southern hemisphere. Also grain and spodumene, a lithium ore. Four days later, the iron ore ship ready to sail. Seal sculpture. In the roundabout, near the Esperance Museum. Dash managed to get herself tangled up in the bedding, but seemed happy to stay there. Starting from near the yacht club. Esperance has a very pretty foreshore and cycle and walking path. The town centre is quite close to the yacht club and marina. We hired a car for a few errands, like taking Dash to the airport. We had decided that she couldn't handle the long bike crossing. Poor Dash, into a crate. And off for a flight to Perth, and our friend Kerry. And a few hours later, happily at home with Kerry, until we could fly her back to Adelaide. We also did some tourism around Esperance. The local wind farm. Early adopters, so the turbines were rather small. Finally, the new fuel tank was installed and plumbed. And new dual filters as well. We were ready to continue to Ceduna. A final drink at the Quarters Cafe, overlooking the marina. A 2 months later than intended crossing of the Great Australian Bight. So, into winter.